Hello, everyone. I'm Lisa Brown with Ink and Inspirations, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, coming to you with the October 2022 Paper Pumpkin class. So if you are not familiar with Stampin' Up! And Paper Pumpkin, I'd like to just introduce you to this great paper crafting kit. It's a subscription kit that you can get by mail and comes each month really kind of as a surprise. You get hints about what's going to be in it, and we knew that this month's kit for October was going to be make 9 Christmas cards. So, but everything that you need to make those 9 cards is in this kit. Okay. Now, sometimes if we have other favorite items that we like to use, we might would add to it, but it's not necessary. You can take this little kit on the road with you, have it while you're watching TV at night, and everything is going to be in the box. So let's get started by opening up our October 2022 Paper Pumpkin box. All right, so it comes wrapped each month in this cello, and I'm going to open it up. And here, as of late, the boxes have been very decorative and have the color scheme on the outside or the theme on the outside. And it's just a great little box that you can use over and over again to store supplies. They're even great to wrap gifts in. Okay, so let's open it up. And inside the box, you get an ink spot. Sometimes you get 2. And this is just a mini size of our classic Stampin' pads in our classic colors. This one you can see is Early Espresso. I am going to use my large size pad for this and save this one for travel. And so I'm not going to break the seal. So these are great to just tuck in a bag and travel with them when you need them. Okay. But if you don't have any ink pads, here you go. It's exactly what you need for this kit. If this is your first Paper Pumpkin kit and the first time you subscribe, you will also receive a clear block. And they usually have, see that Paper Pumpkin engraved on it? So it's just the right size for any of the stamps that are within the Paper Pumpkin box. So what you do is you save this for subsequent kits that come delivered to your door. Here's the stamp set for this month. It's really cute and festive, featuring the Santa theme. Okay. And some of the stamps, most of the stamps are used within the project ideas, but some of them are extra so that you can use to make other cards as you've liked. And we just might try to make 1 or 2 after we're done assembling each of our cards. Usually we get a little flyer inside promoting our just giving you a sneak peek of the next kit. And so the next kit is kind of a coordinating kit to this month's kit. This is what the box will look like. See the little Santa hat? Isn't that cute? And it's going to make some gift tags. All right. Now, occasionally with Stampin' Up, they will have what we call add-ons. It's a product that will coordinate with the kit that you can purchase from the Stampin' Up! Online store to add on to your kit. It's not necessary to complete the projects. It's just something a little extra for you. So for this next month's kit, which will be the November kit called From the North Pole, we have the North Pole add-on sacks, where these little sacks are going to be available in the online store. And only those who subscribe or have a membership to Paper Pumpkin are eligible to purchase these add-ons. Okay. All right. So let's put that aside. We have some pretty tissue here on the inside that we can open up. And our kit is here on the inside. I like to save the tissue because it's perfect for wrapping. See there in that pretty green? All right, let's put our box aside and look at our package. So on the front, you see it's all wrapped in one neat cello package. You have the designs that the kit will make per the instructions that are in the kit. And so you have full color instructions. So let's go ahead and open this. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at our contents. First of all, we have the colored pictorial instructions. You have some listings here of the supplies you need for each card. So since there are 3 designs, there will be 3 kits for each type of card and enough supplies to make each type of card. On this inside part, it is the pictorial instructions about stamping, stamping on the Santa. You can see as we go through, and I'll point that out as I make each of the cards. Okay. On the back, it shows you the complete contents of the kit and gives you the coordinating Stampin' Up! Colors here. And then here are some cards made with the stamp set and some of the supplies in the kit. Now, I will say this. To me, the purpose of the kit is to have everything you need and the design worked out for you when you get it. It's like, if I want a kit, I want you to tell me what to do and me put it together, right? Some like to just, the sky's the limit and let's just create and take all the supplies and do what we want with them. And that is fine too. Absolutely fine. But for me, if I have a kit, it's because I know that the thinking, the coordination, the planning has all been done for me. And all I'm going to have to do is follow the instructions. So that's what we're going to do in our classes. Okay, we have a piece of chipboard here to protect. All right, so here we go. We have some die cut snowflakes in this shimmery opalescent, some die cut words or phrases. We have ho, 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 and Merry, all right? These are little glue dots that you can use in place of adhesive like glue or a tape runner. Sometimes I use these, sometimes I just use my glue bottle or my adhesive, my tape runner adhesive, but they're very easy to use. You just pull it off and then the paper comes off the top, the protective paper. Okay, so I'll probably be using a combination of adhesives this evening, but this is all you need. Okay, it's in the kit. All right, then we have some other elements for our cards, you can see. And then we have some more die cut pieces, some die cut vellum. Oh, these little cards here, that's pretty. I think that's Bermuda Bay. That's for one of the card fronts. And then you get 3 each of the card bases. Oops, let me move that out of the way. Okay, so there are 3 each of 3 different types of cards. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just take one of each out, and we are going to divide our supplies or put the supplies that we need inside each card. This is what I like to do when I create these kits, is to go ahead and separate my pieces first. Along with the card bases, you have coordinating envelopes that are really pretty. Okay, decorative. I'll put those aside for now. And then you get a sheet of dimensional adhesive, which Stampin' Up! Calls Stampin' Dimensionals. Okay, also you have some little pearl opalescent gems. Okay, and so let's go ahead and start dividing up our supplies here. All right, let's look at the first one. I'm going to, let's see how I want to do this. I'm going to look at not the directions so much right now, but the supplies for each card. Okay, so right here, we also had these quilt pieces in crumb cake that go with the cards. And so we can see here, we need the crumb cake card base, this large quilt piece, the large snowflake, 2 little banner dies, the Mary, the Santa, and then we'll need a stamp, the adhesive, and the Santa stamp, the Christmas stamp. So let's do that. Need the crumb cake. Let's fold that in half. Okay, and that's ready to go. It's a good thick base. You don't have to add any other cardstock to it. It's perfect. All right, now let's go ahead and get our large snowflake. Okay, so I'm going to put that in here. And then I need the large, I call this the quilt top. Okay, I'm going to put that inside. I need the Coastal Cabana banner. And then a smaller white banner. Let me find those right here. Here they are, you can see. And sometimes you have little extra die cuts as well. Okay. And then let's see, the Santa. I like the way they did the Santa. It's like the outline and the hat, and then we put the details on it with the stamp. Okay. And then we will need Mary. Okay. Then what I would do to save time is just to go through and do all of the cards like this and separate them out and put your pieces on the inside. Now, so we have all of that. You see we're going to need the ink and the block. So we're ready to go on to the next one. I'm going to save time and not do these other two, but that is what, when I finish recording the video, I will probably just finish the whole kit out. All right, so let's look at card number 2. We need the Pool Party card base. So that is this one. You can see that color in the background there. Move this card out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and give it a crease with my bone folder. If you don't have a bone folder, you can just take your finger or your clear block and give it a good crease. Try not to get the edges cut into the card base, okay? All right, next we need this little snowflake piece. So let me find that. Okay, we have that. This looks like a medium-sized snowflake, so I'm going to go with that. And let me just tell you, if you don't get the sizes exactly right, if you put the wrong element on the wrong card, it's okay. Just adjust. Okay? There are no paper pumpkin police. Okay, there's that. Then we need, like, I call it the Kodachrome frame. Oh, I just dropped a snowflake. Let's see. Here it is. This frame here. It's like a Kodak Instamatic camera, or it's a Polaroid. Polaroid, excuse me, wrong company. But every time I do this and I think of Kodachrome, who was that sang that? Paul Simon? Okay, telling my age here. All right, we need that. And then we need the Ho 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 in vellum. So now I have a pile of stuff to the left of me here that I'm just going through, and that's quite all right. Makes it easy to find, just keep it all together. There's the back of the Ho Ho Ho, and now I need the cursive or the script Ho Ho Ho. Got that. All right, and then let's see, we need this striped piece here that looks like a short one, so it's here on this sheet. And I'll put that inside. I need a stitched rectangle here. You can see that it has that faux stitching around it. It's kind of hard to see, I know, on the camera. That's not it. Here we go. So right here, we have this piece here that we need. Has a little faux stitching going around it. Okay. So we have the cherry cobbler ho-ho, the vellum, snowflake, the Kodachrome, the base, this piece here with the snowflakes on it, the 2 strips, and then we'll need a stamp and then our adhesive. And I think this one little thing right here is one of the little pearls. Okay. I don't really worry with all of that until I'm done with all the cards and I go back and add the pearls, but it's totally up to you. If you want it just like it, just follow the directions exactly. All right, so that's that card. The next one, card number 3, we're going to use this cherry cobbler and crumb cake base. And so I'm going to take my block again and just give it a good crease. All right, we need the smaller quilt top, more narrow, I should say, and that's this one. We need this long striped strip right here. Okay, we need a long green or shaded spruce strip, one of these. That's right here. And then we need a J and a Y, and the Santa is going to be the O. So you have some extra O's, or if you want to use the J-O-Y instead of the J Santa Y, you could do that. Totally up to you. I'm just doing it like the directions say. Right, this one we need 3 snowflakes, 1 middle size and 2 small. Excuse me. So here's a middle size, and here are the 2 small. Okay, I think that's it. We'll need the adhesive. It looks like you need 3 little dots, little jewels right there, Sam. And then your block and the ink. So now we can start putting together. So let's go ahead and start with what they have listed as card number 1. Okay. So right here, we are going to stamp the Santa on the Santa piece. So let's get our Santa piece out. Okay, and then I'm going to get the Santa out. Mount it. Oh, where's my block? I'm going to use the block that came with the kit. Okay, and then you would open this up and tap, 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 tap the ink over the stamp until you have good coverage. Okay, so that's how you do that. Again, I'm not going to open it, so this will travel well with me. And I'm just going to use my regular size stamp pad in the same color, Early Espresso. And I'm inking that up. And you see how you can look and see that brown all over? Okay. All right, let's move that out of the way. I'm going to come down here where I can see. And I'm going to position, I think I need to stand up. I'm going to position the stamp over the hat and the nose and the eyes, and just get it as close as you can. Press down, and then there you go. Okay. All right, so that's done. Now we need to stamp Christmas on this little piece. So let me find that stamp. And I'm going to just mount it on a different block, since I'll probably finish my cards out when I'm done. But you would, take this, you could clean this off with like a baby wipe, and then take that off, put it back on your sheet, right here where it shows that it goes, and then get your other stamp off and mount it. This I'm using just one of our blocks. And this we're going to use the same color ink. Again, if you were using this, you would open it up and tap, 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 tap until you got good coverage. All right, and so I'm going to center that there. And I need a different color underneath there so I can see the borders. So you could take a dark piece of paper. This is just a silicone mat, but I want to be able to see where the edge of the white label is. Okay, so now we have that ready to go. Now it has this big quilt piece that we're going to put Stampin' Dimensionals on. So that, remember that dimensional adhesive? That's right here. And we're going to take this piece, and it looks like they have one on each corner and then basically in the center. So let's do that. And to my friends, if any of you that are watching that have never crafted or put together a card, this is for you. You can do this. Oh, I started taking that off. Let me wait before I start assembling. All right. Oh, I think I'm ready to assemble. Okay, so here is the card front. Okay. We'll peel these little papers off of the dimensional adhesive. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way. I don't want to lose that snowflake. So I'm going to turn this over, and you can see that it's just got a slight border around all the edges. So you just kind of center top to bottom, side to side. And look at that. Already beautiful. Okay, so now we need to put our snowflake on. And so that shows that it is right here next to that top one. So I'm thinking that the placement is right there. So let me show you how to use these little dots. You could use glue if you had that. So you just peel it up, put it on the center there or wherever you need it, and then use your nail or something sharp and pull off the paper. And so now you've got a little glossy glue dot there in the center. Then I'm going to look back here and double check my placement and go with it. Okay, so now we have the Santa to put on, and it looks like he is attached with dimensional adhesive about right there. So let's get that. Looks like two. All right, and looks like it's by this point right here and kind of angled. Okay. Okay, next we need the, right here, this banner piece, and that is going to go over the Santa beard like this with the Mary on top of it. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the Mary on it. It's our last piece inside our card here. Okay, and then get another little piece here. I'm going to put it in the center in case some of the word is hanging off the top. Oh, I lost my dot. There it is. Put it right here. And then peel off. Oh, what happened? Press it down. I think I lost it. Let's try it again. There we go. And then you just peel off the paper. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to just put this just like it's shown right here. Okay. And then we're going to put dimensional adhesive toward the bottom of that banner piece. See that? So there's the top. I want it toward the bottom. So let's put 3. All right, and this is going to go right here. Cute. And then we're going to take the Christmas, and it looks like it has dimensional adhesive as well, one on each end. And then we're just going to slip that right here where it's actually attached to this bottom quilt top, like I call it. Okay, and then there is one little stone right here in the center of the snowflake. And then that card is going to be done. Now the inside is blank, and you could always use some of these other stamps to stamp on it. You could do Merry and then Christmas underneath. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Holly jolly holiday. Okay, so sky's the limit there with your little stamp set. Okay, and then when you do this, then you could very easily go ahead and do the other 2 at the same time. Let's go ahead and move on to card number 2. Okay. All right, so this one, card number 2. All right, so we need to stamp Santa Claus is coming to town. Let me get my card here. We need this piece, and we need this piece for right now. I'm going to get my Santa Claus is coming to town. Just going to mount it on another block. And then I need the Santa and his reindeer right here. Okay, we need both of those mounted. Okay, let me get my ink pad, and we'll go ahead and stamp on these. So looking at the Bermuda Bay piece here, it looks like we're going to stamp Santa like just beneath those stars there. Okay. Oops, I lost a snowflake. So where's my Santa? Here he is. Okay. Kind of angle him a little bit and press. Okay, and then Santa Claus is coming to town is going to be on this little piece. Okay. Then we have that little Kodachrome, like I call it. Right here. Okay, that, and then this striped piece. And then we'll put, okay, so we're going to attach this piece to this, and this piece here, right here. So it goes underneath it a bit and extends a bit beyond the sides. So I'm going to go ahead and put that one down. I think I'm going to use a little bit of glue for that, just to save a little time. Or maybe not. Just a little dab will do you. Put that right there. And it extends a little bit beyond. Okay. And then this piece is going to go right there like that. So it has those little dots. Let's see if I can get those on. I'm going to use my little take your pick tool and put one in each corner. So if you don't have one of these, you could use the pointed end of some scissors. Oop. Let me get this in here where you can see. Oops, almost tore that. Okay, so we're putting this on right here. Okay, so let's pull off the paper. I'll have little papers all over when I get through, but that's okay. One cleanup, because it's all right here for you. Sometimes I have worked on these while traveling in a car, and since I have the box, I have everything like over the box, so all this stuff falls in it. Okay, so let's put this on here like that. And then we're going, oh, that's okay. We're going to turn this over and put dimensional adhesive on the back of it. Got it a little crooked, but I'm not going to worry about it. So 4 of these. Okay, so we've got all of that. I didn't forget, but I need to go ahead and add this to this. So there we go. And that goes about a 3/4 of an inch down from the top. Okay, so now we need our snowflake, and it is going to go right here in the corner. Okay, then we're going to take our vellum ho 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 and our cherry cobbler ho 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 and put it over top like this. So easy. And then that is going to attach right there with this going here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down. Isn't it cute? And then just dot this over and put the ho-ho right there. Hold that a second. And then it has some of the little gems. So I'm going to take one of this big one. Actually, it has one right there in the center. Okay, so there's card number 2. Okay, moving right along, let's get with the last card. Let's see what we're going to need. The Santa again. What did I do with the Santa? There he is. The Santa and the season of, 'tis the season to be jolly. Now what I want to show you here, do you see this block? Let me get another one. This is the same size. Yeah. So although this "'tis the season to be jolly" phrase is too long to mount across like that, they make it the block where you can diagonally place it and it fits just right. And because it's photopolymer, that clear photopolymer, you can see where you're stamping. Okay, so we need those 2 guys, and we need, where's my card? Here it is. Okay, we need this strip we're going to stamp on. So I'm going to go ahead and do the stamping. Here's the Santa. Here's the Santa. For some reason I'm missing him. Here he is. Forgot to punch him out a while ago. Okay. Santa. Over top. Stamp. Okay. And then we have this green strip for 'Tis the Season to Be Jolly. So I'm going to ink that up. And stamp. And then I think that's all the stamping. So let me put this ink pad up and go with our other pieces. So this one we have the 3 snowflakes, the J and the Y, and then this long striped piece. So let me go ahead and varnish that. And we are going to get this quilt piece and our Stampin' Dimensionals. Let me show you. We're going to put this on just like this. Okay. And that is going to go across this center, just like that. Then we have the 3 snowflakes. One here, the larger one, which is the middle size one, here, and then here. Okay, so let me go ahead and put those on. You could use your little glue dots. And I just put a little dot in the middle, just like I would if I had a glue dot. This one comes down a little lower. I see that. Okay, now we're going to put this long strip going right across there. I see that it's a little higher, so I'm going to go like that. And I'll tell you how I'm deciding where to put it. I want to leave the center open of the snowflake here and here. So I'm coming above it there and to the left of it over here, because there's a little jewel in each of those. And then we're going to take this and it's going to glue right on top. 'Tis the Season to Be Jolly. Okay, and then we have our Santa that kind of overlaps that green a little bit. So this has Stampin' Dimensionals, and so does the J, and so does the Y. And I'm going to show you something on the Y in just a bit. Here we go. So I'm going to put my middle piece, my Santa, first. So he takes the place of the O, and it's like he's over right about there. Then I'm going to get the J, and it takes a dimensional adhesive right toward the top. And then we're going to put that here. Okay. Then on the Y, we use a full dimensional at the bottom, and then you take one and take your scissors and cut it in half. And then you can use one on each side of the Y. So you can see once you've done one of each card, how quickly the others will follow. And then our jewels that are somewhere here. There they are. Put one in the center of each one, and I could use smaller ones. I'm sure there's a specific size they want you to use, but I don't worry so much about that. Okay, there are our 3 cards, okay, put together as the kit has them put together. All right, simple, cute, cute. Look how pretty that is. So now I'm going to clean off my workspace and I'm going to show you how I'm going to use that stamp set for something else. Okay, I'm back. I kind of cleared my desk a little bit, and I just gathered a few supplies that I thought would coordinate well with the stamp set and the colors that we were using. And so I'm going to put together a couple of cards using that stamp set and some other supplies that were just around in my craft room. So let's take a look. All right, so first off, I'm going to start off, I have a cherry cobbler card base. So if you have a piece of our standard cardstock, 8.5 by 11, and you cut it in half at 5.5, you can get 2 cards out of that one piece of cardstock. So if you fold it in half, then you have a 4.25 by 5.5 inch card. So I found this cherry cobbler paper with the gold accents. And I thought that would be pretty on there. And then I wanted to throw in a little bit of green. So I've got that shaded spruce. And I had this piece of basic white. So I'm thinking I'm going to do some stamping or something on here. And so I've got this circle. This is a gold foil die cut circle that has in my stash of things, you know, to be used kind of thing. And so I'm going to use it. So let me just see what I can do here. I think I want to use that Santa stamp. So I'm going to grab a piece of basic white, just a scrap piece. And if I can find the Santa stamp somewhere here on my desktop, that would be great. Okay, so here he is. Now, I'm going to use, you can use the early espresso like you have, but if you have Memento Black ink, if you are a crafter and you keep that, that's a staple that you might have in your craft room, especially if you like to color with alcohol markers. And I'm going to ink up this guy, oh, St. Nick, and I'm going to stamp him on basic white in that black. Okay, so now I'm going to color him. Let's see, do it really simple here. I'll get some petal pink and some cherry cobbler and go to town here. Let's see, I think this is cherry cobbler. Yep. So I'm just going to color my Santa hat. Use a bullet tip here. Oops. So if you are a card maker, you have bits and pieces probably around your craft area or in a box that you think that, oh, I'll use that on some project. Well, that's what I did with this. I have a little pouch that has lots of little pieces in it, plus a ton. I'm a designer paper collector. And I'm just, look at that. Let's see, Santa, I'm going to give him a red nose. And then I'm just going to color him kind of a peachy color. This is petal pink. Okay, so he's good there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take him and just fussy cut him out. So I'm just going to cut around him with my scissors. I need to organize my paper pumpkin stamps because when you get one every month, it's like sometimes they have just the right sentiment that you need for something, and I need to have a cataloging system, a way of knowing what is what and where it is. Okay, so I'm just doing a rough cut. I leave a little bit around the Memento Black. Okay, there we go. Cute. All right. So we have a Santa. I'll get this over here. Let's do that. Okay, let me see if I can get it to say something. Merry Christmas, maybe? Let's see. If I go Merry, and then where's Christmas? Here it is. Christmas. Let's try that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and glue him on here so I know how much space I have to stamp. Okay, I'm going to move this for now. I'm going to bring him right over there to the edge. Let's see. Merry Christmas. I think I can do that. Let me see if I can get this color green here, Shaded Spruce. Again, when I made my kit, I created it just like the directions said, but sometimes I like to take the stamps and play with them on other projects. So that's what I'm doing here. Merry. Let's try Christmas underneath that. And you could totally use the Cherry Cobbler ink spot. The Cherry Cobbler, Early Espresso ink spot. That's okay. That's okay, but I don't like it as much. I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to try something else. Let's go ho, ho, ho. You can always flip over to the back, right? Okay. There we go. It's kind of cute. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so see how I'm just building up, layering cardstock and designer paper. Okay, so let me go ahead and I'm going to build up on top of this. So let me put this on. And so this is a 4-inch piece. This is 2. This is 2.5. This is 4 going across here. I wanted it to go all the way across. That's cute, huh? Okay, so let me go ahead and put this down. And then I had some ribbon here I thought I'd try to use. So before I glue this designer paper down on the card base, I'm just going to try tying a bow, I think. It's pretty metallic, huh? Goes with the gold behind the Santa and then the paper. It's just a spare piece I had of that gold. Okay, let me cut this off and I can trim it later. Okay, I'm gonna move that over, and then I'm going to trim this. Okay, all right, and let's go here, and cute, huh? Okay, so just don't want to cover up that ho ho ho. Now this can go over top, and it fits just right. And I'm looking at that ho ho ho, and I'm thinking it needs something underneath it. So I am going to see what I have over here. Let's try this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, how's that? Using the stamps and cute little card, huh? Okay. All right, let me try one more. Flying by the seat of my pants here. Okay, so I have this other piece of designer paper. It has stars. It's the back side of this one. So I thought I'd try that. And here's the card base. All right. So I have that. And then do I want to put that over top there? I think I do. I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to get my trimmer and trim this down to 4 1/4. No, 4 1/4. Here we go. By 5 1/2 to cover the entire card front. Okay, let's see. I'm not going to put it on yet. This I want here. I don't know what I want to put on this. Okay, I think I know what I want to do. All right, let me get a piece of scrap paper. Okay, and then I'm going to get 'Tis the Season to Be Jolly. And I'm going to get Cherry Cobbler ink. And I'm going to scatter that on this and kind of make my own little designer paper here. So offset it. I don't know if I like it, but we're going to go with it. Okay, let me finish filling this up here. Oh, can't see. It's okay. Okay. I kind of like it. And then I'm not sure what I want to do. So let me think just a second. I'm probably going to use the Santa again. Let's see. Yeah, I kind of like that. Yes. Okay. Take this. I'm going to cut about a 3/4 inch strip. And I think I'm going to do that. It's kind of busy, but it's okay. It's Christmas. Okay, so I'm going to line that up there. I think I am. Or do this. I'm thinking. All right, let me just go with it. I'm not used to designing on a video, so thanks for if you're hanging in there with me. Just go with it, Lisa. Just go with it. Okay. I'm going to tie some of this, kind of break up that cherry cobbler with this gold and vanilla ribbon. Okay, and then let's trim that and trim it. Kind of liking it. And then I'm going to do probably the Santa again, y'all, because he's just got my heart. Let's see. Very monochromatic. Real quick, color this up. And notice I use the very vanilla this time because that heart background is vanilla. And so I wanted to try to stay with that color scheme. You could use white. It would be fine. Oh, I kind of got outside the lines. It's okay. Okay. A little bit of cutting. Just trying to get the curves here in his beard and around his mustache. Come back up. Okay. I'm going to go with it. Go with the little Santa here because he's cute. Using some of that dimensional adhesive. Pop him up just right there. Super simple. We can go ahead and put this on. Okay. And then this can go right there in the center. Okay, and then you can finish out the insides however you'd like. So there are our two alternate cards. I hope you see how you can just take what what you have on hand and create something using those stamps. I mean, they're okay. They're simple, clean and simple cards, but I mean, just cute. And look around your craft room and see what you have where you can use those stamps again and have fun with it. So thank you so much for joining me for October 2022 Paper Pumpkin. And I hope to see you again soon. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Take care. Bye-bye.